You would know it. Jumping on my do aerobics.
2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led out by the 3rd overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trey Lance.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
Right out of the gates, Lance going to the air. And his first look is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Here's Lance to throw it. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way you wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. So here come the Chargers as they get set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former NFL MVP, already a 2-time Pro Bowler in his 5th season out of Louisville, Lamar Jackson.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. We'll get this up to about the 44. The numbers for Jones last week, 18 carries, 77 yards.
They put a lot of effort into game planning and establishing this ground game last week, and the reward was a nice day rushing the ball. Helped them put a balanced offense out on the field. And that carry is an indicator that this ground game wants to be established again this week.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That throw taken in by Jameson Williams. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That is definitely what we call a defensive play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Chargers at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind is certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Play action. Now Jackson. Rolling to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Now it's Jackson. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Running on first down is Jones, but he's not going to get much, maybe a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Jackson. He rifles complete, caught by Moore.
And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he returns this to the 22.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
And Lance now to throw.
This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling.
2nd down and 6 now from the 42. Lance looking to throw it.
And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Again, they'll throw it with Lance.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
And Lance will try again on 2nd down. That's caught by Gabriel Davis.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 39. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Lance going to throw. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Running the slant, that's Hooper.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
To throw, it's Lance.
And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the 1st quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the 2nd quarter, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal.
Now Lance.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Austin Hooper, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Jaguars are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
A 10-play drive that time. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And it's capped off by a receiving touchdown from Saquon Barkley. And a touchback as George elects not to return it.
The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jackson now.
Now pass complete to Moore. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
They'll try the right side with Jones. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Jackson finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Now it's Jackson. He's going to have the hook up to Gage.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. They go back to the ground with Jones. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Again, it's Jones. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Play action. It's Jackson. Sliding out of the... And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Josh Allen in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down.
Josh Allen accumulated 7.5 sacks last season to lead Jacksonville and their rebuilding defense. Not quite the Pro Bowl season he had as a rookie, but they expect him to continue to blossom and is a future All-Pro.
On now is the kicker Jason Myers for the field goal try. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Myers' kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Jaguars getting set to go.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
On second down, here's Barkley.
And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. Throwing his Lance on third down.
He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be out right at the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So here are the Chargers to take over. They were winners last week in that game against Kansas City, and they are on top right now as well. They've got it 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson.
Targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern. On the move past the 40, down the right sideline. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
I don't
think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. It's the fullback. His first rushing touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, it was 2nd and goal. You're in there close. That's the fullback's comfort zone.
Not only is it his comfort zone, it's an expectation. That's what he's supposed to do. Turn and hand it to him. Big guys fire out. Find your way into the end zone.
Myers connects on the PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Now a play fake. Lance.
Being chased out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
The veteran Joe Schobert getting to him behind the line of scrimmage.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Holding offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
A punt of 46, a return of 5. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers getting set to go. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
He was covered by Jair Alexander.
Jackson. He's going to look deep for more. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
A big play there for L.A. And even 50 yards.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Here's Jackson. Again, he finds more.
And the Chargers are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing is Jackson. This is caught. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Jackson will throw again. And this is caught. He's got a touchdown. Evan Ingram from 3 yards out.
And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And Evan Ingram able to finish it off with a touchdown reception.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Taken at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Lance now on first down.
Looking sideline, incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Lance looking to throw it.
His throw incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down. Now here comes Dortch on the return.
That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll start by heading out west, State Farm Stadium in Glendale. And it's the Rams who are out in front in that one. K.J. Hamler. a touchdown reception. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they were losers in their ball game as the visiting Buffalo Bills come in and took it to them. Isaiah McKenzie, a touchdown catch in the victory. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And they trail that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Nelson Aguilar, a touchdown reception. We continue on with the check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jags. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts, as you can see the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And here's Jones again on second down.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
41 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Play action. Now Jackson.
That pass caught. It's Williams.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 38-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. They'll complete this to Ingram, his tight end.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson.
He targets Ingram for another grab.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 17-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
To throw again on second down, Jackson. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They go play action now. Jackson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Out is Myers for the Seahawk field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Here's Lance.
And that is incomplete.
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Lance now to throw.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Ed Oliver that time the one to get in there and bring him down. But just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And if you're wondering how quick a quarterback's decision-making needs to be, a next-gen stat says that play took all of 2.8 seconds from beginning to end.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead, but that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They go play action with Jackson.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
From the gun, it's Jackson. To the right side, and he's got more complete.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw.
Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. He's going to have to look up to Gage. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And they're not going going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the fourth quarter. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll go again to Jones. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. On 3rd and 1, Jackson got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way and worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Jones. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. 3rd and goal, Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Throwing on 1st down is Lance.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lance got an open man. It's Valdez Scantling. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Shotgun now for Lance.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Here's Lance to throw it.
And that is incomplete.
Desperation time here. Lance.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
An inside give to Jones. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Up the middle, Jones. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Now it's Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Now Jackson on first down.
Completes it again to Gage.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Play action. It's Jackson. Rolling to his left. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it first and goal.
Now that's a big pickup right there. And so often we focus on how the quarterback's picking up play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
Second, third levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Aaron Jones.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Chargers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out.
And now out come the Jags.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
To throw again on second down.
Lance.
And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Holding. Defense.
And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one. Hence the decline.
Now Myers for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
don't forget today. don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
You're not going to want that feeling.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again. One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. One final try now for Lance. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously you're training, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So, for the Chargers, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1.
Hey, DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I met the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Bring the in the. You know I stay with some bad little baby. TGOD baby, know that's a gang gang.